The lantern in the forest. There was once a forest that never truly slept. Even when the sun dipped below the hills and the sky turned velvet dark, the trees whispered softly to one another, and the air shimmered faintly with hidden magic. Travelers rarely dared to cross its winding paths, for it was said the forest played tricks on those who entered, leading them in circles until they forgot their way home. But to Mira, a young woman with a heart full of quiet wonder, the forest was not a place of fear. She believed it held secrets meant to be discovered and dreams waiting to be heard. Each evening, after her village had dimmed its lamps, she would walk to the edge of the woods and listen. And though the villagers warned her, Mira felt the forest was calling her gently, as if inviting her to step inside. One autumn evening, as fireflies blinked above the grass, Mira noticed a soft glow deeper in the woods, brighter than firelight, steadier than the stars. It flickered like a lantern floating between the trees. Drawn by its warmth, she stepped carefully onto the leaf-strewn path, her footsteps muffled by moss. The deeper she walked, the more the forest seemed alive. Branches curved like archways, streams whispered over smooth stones, and the air carried the faint scent of jasmine. At last, she came upon the source of the glow, a lantern suspended in the air, burning with a flame of pure silver. And beneath it stood a man, not quite ordinary, yet not fully otherworldly. His eyes shimmered like starlight reflected on water, his cloak woven with threads that caught every color of the night. When he spoke, his voice was calm, low, and warm. "You are not afraid," he said, watching her. Mira shook her head. "No, it feels familiar, as though I've been here before." The man smiled gently. "Perhaps you have. This forest remembers every soul that passes through it. And tonight it chose you." He introduced himself as Orion, the keeper of the lantern, a guardian bound to guide lost wanderers and soothe restless hearts. The lantern he carried was no ordinary light. It held fragments of dreams, tiny sparks of hope collected from those who had forgotten them. "Why show yourself to me?" Mira asked softly. "Because you carry a longing," Orion replied. "Not for riches or power, but for peace. You seek a place where your spirit can rest." And the forest heard. From that night on, Mira returned to the forest again and again. Orion would walk beside her beneath the towering oaks, the lantern's glow painting silver paths through the dark. He showed her streams that sang lullabies, meadows where the stars seemed to touch the earth, and groves where time itself slowed to a gentle heartbeat. She found her worries loosening, like knots undone by kind hands. Each evening, The weight of the day faded as she stepped into the forest's embrace, and though she never asked, she wondered if Orion was bound to remain forever, wandering the woods with his lantern, waiting for lost souls. One evening, when autumn leaves danced like sparks of fire in the wind, Mira paused at the edge of a meadow. "Do you ever grow weary, Orion?" Carrying the lantern alone. For a long moment, he did not answer. Then his gaze softened. "Yes, the forest heals all who enter, yet I am its servant. My rest is fleeting." Myra's heart ached at the quiet sadness in his tone. "Then let me walk beside you. If you are bound to guide others, perhaps I can share the path." Orion's eyes glimmered with something deeper than starlight. "Few have offered such kindness. The forest will not hold you captive, but if you choose, you may carry the lantern one night." She agreed, and when her hands touched the lantern's handle, a warmth spread through her chest. Not fire, but the comfort of every safe memory she had ever known. She felt the dreams within it stir, and in that moment she understood. The lantern was not only for wanderers. It was for her, too. The seasons turned. Winter frosted the branches. Spring painted blossoms across the forest floor, and summer wove green canopies overhead. Through it all, Mira walked with Orion, her heart calm, her nights restful. The villagers whispered of her strange peace, but she never explained. Some secrets were meant to remain between the heart and the night. And though she knew one day she might not find the lantern waiting, one day the forest might choose another, she carried its glow inside her now. Even in dreams, the light followed her, soothing her into deeper, gentler sleep. So the story lingers, like the forest itself, a reminder that somewhere, beyond the weight of the world, there is always a lantern burning for us, a light that guides us to peace, to rest, to the quiet we seek.